On this edition of AIRWaves, teams across the organization get real, get better to get capability to the fleet. Plus, FRC Southeast combats corrosion to keep aircraft fit for the fight. And call it a frequent flyer. The H-1 helicopter fleet racks up thousands of miles in support of the warfighter. Welcome to the 2023 Year in Review edition of AIRWaves. I'm Michael Lauren Prue. We begin with a major milestone in naval aviation. 2023 marked 50 years of women flying in the Navy. In 1973, the first 8 women began flight school, and 1 year later, 6 of those 8 women, titled the first 6, earned their wings of gold. Today, women aviators fly and fight in every type, model, and series aircraft. They command aircraft carriers, carrier air wings, squadrons, and missions to space. Over the past year, we've celebrated their many accomplishments. You can check out their stories by visiting the NAVAIR Syscom YouTube page or on the NAVAIR AIRWaves podcast on all your favorite listening apps. Bravo Zulu to the Airborne Strategic Command, Control, and Communications Program Office for slashing modification times for the E-6B Mercury. PMA 271 saw the successful delivery of its first integrated maintenance and modification contract aircraft in June. By embracing Get Real, Get Better practices, turnaround time dropped from 470 days to just 222. PMA 271 expects to meet its goal of 180 days by its third aircraft. The E-6B Mercury fleet has been in service since 1986. This latest modification will keep this vital nuclear deterrence capability effectively executing missions into the foreseeable future. The Super Hornet is getting a new lease on life. The PMA 265 Service Life Modification Team changed the game to extend the life of the FA-18 Super Hornet from 6,000 to 10,000 flight hours. With its bold and innovative contract negotiations, PMA 265 worked with industry partners to get capability to the warfighter at an affordable cost.
This is what we're about. We're here to get it done so the young women and men have the tools they need to fight the fight tonight.
You can learn more about the Service Life Modification Program and how the team implemented a Get Real, Get Better approach to achieve success by visiting our website at www.navair.navy.mil/news. For over 30 years, the Fleet Readiness Centers have played a major role in extending the life of the legacy FA-18. Now the center barrel replacement program is coming to an end. The program began in 1991 following a hard landing that damaged the fuselage of an FA-18. Since that time, artisans at FRC Southwest and FRC Southeast have worked tirelessly to keep the legacy aircraft in working condition and ready for the fight. The CBR program has saved millions in taxpayer money and improved warfighter capability and safety. NOC-WD China Lake rounded out 2023 with the opening of a new cutting-edge laboratory. It's part of a rebuilding effort following 2 major earthquakes that rocked the area in July of 2019. The 114,000 square foot facility will house laboratories, conference rooms, offices, and administrative spaces, and will serve as the heartbeat of innovation for over 500 professionals. The lab's namesake, Dr. Marguerite Peggy Rogers, is known as the First Lady of China Lake, who oversaw the development of some of the command's most important weapons in the 1960s and 70s. It was an exciting first for NAVAIR inventors this past summer at Patuxent River. 6 teams from across the organization took part in the first ever NAVAIR Innovation Build-a-thon. The goal? Use digital tools and technology to solve problems across the organization.
In order for us to get things done for the warfighter quicker, we've got to do things differently. This is a way to do things differently. So instead of spending months and months and months developing a solution that may be mission critical for the warfighter, we can do it in days and weeks now.
You can learn more about this groundbreaking event on our website at www.navair.navy.mil/news. Flight suits and helmets that fit just right, boots that don't pinch toes, and a cockpit where everything sits within reach. The Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division is working on a comprehensive anthropometric study to update size requirements for aviators and aircraft, the first of its kind since 1960.
And of course, our population has changed drastically demographically. So in the 1960s, we didn't go out and sample women. We really didn't have that many women to sample in terms of aircrew at that time. But also we have more minority males in the population as well. So we really want to go out and get a good sample, representative sample of our population.
Service members are measured and scanned to look at things like standing and sitting heights and body weight. Organizers are also taking measurements for leg length, along with hand, foot, and head sizes, because in a survival situation, the warfighter needs gear that fits. Custom hearing protection is going digital. It's all thanks to research and development at NOC-AD, and it changes the way the military did things in the past.
Historically, in the military, we take impressions of ear canals using a pretty cumbersome process where we take a silicone material, inject it in the ear canal, let it solidify, and then mail it off to a manufacturer so they can then scan it and make custom hearing protection. This new technology allows us to get a digital scan or picture of the ear canal without putting anything in the ear outside of a probe.
The scanner cuts down on the time it takes to get protection to the warfighter because the scan can be emailed to the vendor, who gets the ear protection made quickly. The H-1 fleet got a workout in 2023, surpassing the 500,000 flight hour mark. Nearly 400 AH-1Z and UH-1Y helicopters operated by the U.S. Marine Corps and their allies combined to achieve the milestone. The H-1 Viper and Venom are the newest generation of dedicated attack and multi-role combat helicopters. Designed to focus on minimal logistics demand, these aircraft enhance operational speed and agility and provide tremendous versatility to the fleet. The Navy's MQ-4C Triton is back in Guam for its second operational deployment. The unmanned aircraft returns to service in the Indo-Pacific region with significant upgrades, including an improved sensor suite. These enhancements increase Triton's ability to provide a persistent maritime intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeting capability, alongside the PA-8 Poseidon. Triton is a key component of the Navy's Maritime Patrol and Reconnaissance Force family of systems, today and well into the future. A major milestone for the F-35 Integrated Task Force team means increased capabilities for the warfighter. In October, an F-35 Lightning II test pilot performed the first night shipborne rolling vertical landing aboard the UK's newest aircraft carrier, the HMS Prince of Wales. The SRVL is being tested as an alternate way to land short takeoff vertical landing jets like the F-35B. If accepted as a viable technique, the SRVL could allow pilots to return to a ship with additional weight, such as more fuel or weapons. Fleet Readiness Center Southeast is helping to beat a silent enemy, corrosion, caused by environmental elements. The command recently overhauled an FA-18 Super Hornet launch bar with 2 new coatings, low hydrogen embrittling zinc nickel, and a powder coating, leading to promising results with the new top coating lasting about twice as long as the original. The team is still working to study and fine-tune its coating methods and broaden application to more production lines and components as part of its mission to provide the best aviation solutions possible for the warfighter. The MQ-8C Fire Scout has a new look, thanks to the artisans at FRC Southwest. FRC Southwest is now the first depot to do a full paint scheme on the unmanned helicopter. The strip and paint process is essential to the Fire Scout's longevity and operational readiness, protecting the aircraft in extreme environments and helping it blend in, making it harder to detect by enemy forces. Fleet Readiness Center East continues to grow and boost capability support across several fleet platforms. In 2023, FRC East took on maintenance, repair, and overhaul duties for Navy and Marine Corps KC-130J Super Hercules. The new workload will bring 200 more jobs to the Cherry Point area in North Carolina. And a commitment to workplace safety earned FRC East successful recertification as a star site in the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's Voluntary Protection Program. Star Site status is the highest level of recognition in the VPP program and is awarded only to employers who demonstrate exemplary achievement in the prevention and control of occupational safety and health hazards. Now to an exciting first on the flight path. There's a new weapon in the arsenal for the Navy at Patuxent River Naval Air Station. The MQ-9 Reaper recently completed its first successful test flight thanks to a dedicated crew from the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division. It's a brand new unmanned aircraft for UX-24 and the Marine Corps. Its main mission, intelligence and reconnaissance. It has great endurance and can stay airborne for long periods of time. Next for the program, testing various payloads and software systems. And speaking of first flights, the next chapter in the U.S. Coast Guard's mission is taking off. The newly modified C-27J is flying after years of hard work from an international team of professionals from the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division, the Coast Guard, and the Italian manufacturer. The Coast Guard uses the cargo plane for search and rescue, law enforcement, and drug arrest. It also carries supply and personnel. and the work done on the aircraft will enhance the ability to do it all. Workplace safety took a big step forward at Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst this past summer. That's when the Wing Walker team from Naval Warfare Center Aircraft Division Lakehurst began testing its system designed to reduce the number of collisions on aircraft carriers. Following its first test, the Wing Walker team is currently fine-tuning and redesigning elements of its system. There are several teams at Lakehurst focused on preventing flight deck collisions, potentially saving millions of dollars and boosting overall readiness. Bravo Zulu to PMA 273's T-45 Propulsion and Power Integrated Product Team for overcoming a major obstacle to meet a crucial contract requirement last summer. After a faulty engine blade led to a safety stand-down in October of 2022, the team worked diligently to determine the root cause and then ensure all recovery initiatives were fully implemented. The team then delivered 170 T-45C Goshawk engines to Sinatra last August. And 2023 saw another major contract for PMA 273. The over 45-year-old T-44C Pegasus will soon be replaced, thanks to a new multi-engine training system aircraft contract, which calls for up to 64 King Air 260 aircraft, which will be known as the T-54 Alpha, bringing a modern avionics suite and better reliability to the fleet. Supporting the warfighter means keeping them ready for the fight, and that's exactly what PMA 234 did in 2023. The ALQ-99 Tactical Jamming System Logistics Team collaborated with the Defense Logistics Agency, Navy Supply System Command, and industry partners to mitigate supply issues and fulfill an urgent need for the warfighter. They enabled the early delivery of several key repair components and rapidly developed and deployed antennas to provide a vital capability to the fleet. These efforts increased readiness for Band 910 transmitters for the U.S. Navy and the Royal Australian Air Force, providing the capability to fight tonight. It was another busy and successful year for PMA 251. The USS Gerald R. Ford surpassed 20,000 launch and recoveries with its electromagnetic aircraft launch system and advanced arresting gear. Built to accommodate the air wing of the future, EMOS can handle a broad range of aircraft and expands the operational capability of Ford-class carriers. And work already has begun on the launch and recovery system for the historic USS Doris Miller. In June, the U.S. Navy awarded a contract to industry partners for CVN-81 to receive both the electromagnetic aircraft launch system and advanced arresting gear. CVN-81 will be the second ship named in honor of Pearl Harbor hero messman second class Doris Dory Miller, and the first aircraft carrier ever named for both an enlisted sailor and an African American. The Doris Miller is currently scheduled for delivery in February 2032, making her the fourth Ford-class aircraft carrier to enter the fleet. You can learn more about Doris Dory Miller on our website at navair.navy.mil/news. As the Navy builds the fleet of the future, its current carriers are getting a refresh. Plans are underway for a major advanced recovery control block upgrade for Nimitz-class ships. The last major modernization to Nimitz-class recovery came to the fleet in 2000. While the systems are still reliable, finding spare parts and implementing upgrades is a challenge. One of the biggest upgrades will come in the area of cybersecurity, including operating software, circuit cards, and power supplies. AIRWaves is planning shipboard installation of ARC upgrades in 2029. And that's it for this 2023 Year in Review edition of AIRWaves. See you on the flight line.